Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Nate Anime and welcome back to my channel. So, if you live in Florida, it's probably been a very active 2 days for you guys. For people who don't live in Florida, if you don't know what I'm talking about, on Wednesday and Thursday of this week, a very catastrophic hurricane hit Florida those 2 days and left a lot of serious damage. And if you must know, I do live in Florida, and thankfully the hurricane didn't do much over in my area or in my town. But the lower half of Florida, South Florida, they got hit really hard, and actually really more southwest of Florida, not even Miami. Miami was spared, Fort Lauderdale was spared, but Fort Myers, whew, they got a lot of damage. They had a lot of rain, and even a one-way in, one-way out bridge to Sanibel Island was completely destroyed. So yeah, my heart and prayers are going out to all the victims that were, affected by this hurricane, as well as the people even in Orlando. Surprisingly enough, I'm actually really surprised about this. I wasn't really that much surprised about Fort Myers, but I was very surprised to hear that there was crazy amounts of flooding in the Kissimmee area and Orlando area. So yeah, I do know a couple of people down there right now. They're not in the worst of it. The worst thing that they're encountering right now is just flooding. They can't, in order to leave their house, they would have to walk through flood waters, because a lot of my friends who do live down in Kissimmee have lowered vehicles, and just driving a normal vehicle through flood waters is just a accident waiting to happen. So yeah, if they want to leave, they have to at least have some type of truck, or probably just walk from their house to wherever they need to go, because as it stands right now, the flood waters are still there and they don't seem to be going down anytime soon, which is kind of sad. But yeah, anyways, like I said before, Florida, we've had a very active time, and I guess really the only good thing that came out of all of this is that the temperature is very low. It has been like a balmy 95 degrees for the past 3 months now, and after this hurricane, we are now sitting around 60 degrees, and I am not complaining. I am not complaining at all. I love that. I love that very much. But yeah, anyways, it has been a very active day, and again, my heart and prayers do go out to all the victims that were affected by this hurricane. Not to mention, it also kind of sucked for me too. Yesterday was my birthday, and I had to spend that inside my house. Now, like I did say before, nothing happened over in my area, but for precautionary reasons, every store in my town decided to close on that day, so I had nowhere to go or anywhere to go and celebrate my birthday. Just stayed at home and chilled out all day. But hey, it is what it is. Shit happens. So let's get into the main part of this video, and mostly this video is just going to be covering some conventions that will have some Itasha displays. So let me not waste any more time explaining that, and let's get into the first one. Alright, so this first convention is actually a little bit different from all the others. So if you live in the South Georgia area, the closest part of Alabama that's closest to Florida, or live in the state of Florida, this might be for you. If you have an Itasha vehicle and you want to display at a convention and are willing to travel, if you do live far of course, there is a convention for you that you might be interested in displaying your car at. And this convention is called Wasabi Con in Jacksonville, Florida. This convention will be held from October 15th to October 16th, 2022 at the Prime F. Osborne 3 Convention Center in Jacksonville, Florida. So, the group that will be displaying on the floor, or will be providing the display space, is looking for vehicles that are willing to display their cars at Wasabi Con. I'm going to assume this might be an indoor thing. I'm not 100% sure, but I do assume that it might be an indoor display, because what they're asking for is that you leave your vehicles overnight and that you have 1/4 tank of gas in it, as well as the battery disconnected and stuff like that. Yeah, there are a lot of requirements here that they are asking for you to display your vehicle. So I'm gonna put a link down in the description if you are interested, because they do have a couple of cars already signed up and ready to go, but I think they are just looking for a little bit more vehicles to display at this convention. The group that is helping with displaying these vehicles is called Anime Cars of the World, and again, they are looking for vehicles, Itasha vehicles, to display at Wasabi Con from October 15th to October 16th in Jacksonville, Florida, at the Prime F Osborne 3 Convention Center overnight. Okay, so if you are interested, make sure to hit that link up down in the description below. And for people who don't have an Itasha vehicle, yes, there will be an Itasha display at this convention. So if you are interested, make sure to check them out. Alright, so this next convention up that I have for you guys is a convention I already covered in a previous video, but I am bringing it back up just as a reminder that this convention is happening, and also for some updates that have recently occurred. So this convention is called Motown Con. This convention will be held at the Amstar Cinema in Mooresville, North Carolina on Saturday, October 1st from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. This convention will have an Itasha display, and from the look of its account, there will be a lot of vehicles attending. So I do have a little bit of concern with this convention, because at this moment in time, this convention will be held when the very active Hurricane Ian makes landfall in North Carolina. But according to the organizers of this event, the convention will still continue as planned. So if you are going to this convention, please proceed with caution, drive safely, and don't try to rush to this convention in the middle of the hurricane. So yeah, just, giving you guys a little bit of, a heads up on this convention if you guys are out of the loop. Alright, so I do have one more for you guys. This one is a convention, and this convention will be held in Scottsdale, Arizona. The name of this convention is the Be My Secret Cars and Anime Con Arizona. This convention will be held from October 8th to October 9th at the Westworld of Scottsdale in Scottsdale, Arizona. As I said in the previous video, this is a really cool event, an event I have not been to yet, but this event looks like it's going to be held in a big giant warehouse where the main focus is Itasha vehicles. This is an anime convention that's going to be focusing on the Itasha vehicles. Yes, there will still be cosplay. Yes, there will probably be everything else that you would see at a normal anime convention, but this convention will be focusing more on the Itasha vehicles, which again I think is really cool, and it'd be nice to have something like that over on the East Coast. I think we already had something like that with the Itasha Expo, but yeah, like I said in the last video, I have seen videos, I have seen clips, and I have heard stories about this convention. I heard it is really lit. So if you are interested in this convention, make sure to check this one out. And yeah, really that's all I have to talk about in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you found this video very informative, and I hope anybody else who is in the path of this hurricane will be safe, take care, and don't do anything crazy. Alright, but yeah, that's all the news and info I have in this video, and I hope to see you guys in my next one.